Hello everybody, welcome. Today is a very good day, I must say, because it is Hesh Day. Today is the day we get down. We're going to analyze some of Hesh's newest songs, plus we're going to recreate some Hesh basses, we're going to make some Hesh subs, and we're really going to get down. First, let me show you what I made. Let's get into it. Ooh, okay. So basically we're recreating this bass in this Hesh song right here. That sound. And we're also recreating the sub that goes along with it. So Hesh's, mine. So we'll get into this right now and I'll show you how to get down. But first, if you guys want this full project file, you can get it in my Patreon. That's going to be available. Otherwise, you can get some free downloads in the description, but follow along so that we can recreate this sound together. First thing I'm going to show you is the Serum Patch. I made that, and then also this sub group that is holding our layers of subs. So I'll show how to do all that. And we will get down today. All right, so let's get into this first patch. I'm going to minimize all the post-processing for now, and then we're just going to turn them all off real quick. So this patch here is going to be a patch that you can use in many different ways. You can actually move the cutoff filters on the formants to recreate different sounds. And I made this so that you can make your own sounds. You could basically make a million different basses with this just by moving two different knobs. So first thing you want to do is you want to load up basic shapes and you want to load up a sine wave. And when you get the sine wave, you're going to create an LFO, make this shape, and put it on 1/8 triplet. When we're on 1/8 triplet, we'll have a fast triplet feel. Make sure you click on trip right here, and you can also set it on trigger. Put the LFO 1 on the level, turn it all the way up. Turn on FM from B, and then you want to turn up FM from B to 69. Naturally. Very good. Oscillator B. Go to digital, distorted 8-bib FWOP. Ooh. Wavetable positions at 95. Level all the way down. Please make sure the randoms on both of these oscillators are also all the way down. Now that you have these set up, you can go ahead and open up your filter. You can go to miscellaneous, and you're going to go to these formant filters. These filters are very vowel-y and very vocally, and you can make those cool yoys and weird yoys with these formants. So I choose format 1. This cutoff is what we can move to 102. Resonance will move to 25%. Drive is at 36%. Formant is at 26%. Before, after. Now there's a lot of effects on this as well, so I want you to hear it without the effects. On, off. So this is just regular, then we turn on the filter. Puts us in that cool space. We're going to add some distortion, diode 2, put the drive at 15%, put the LFO on the drive and turn it up 48. Add in distorciones, get that phaser. The rates at 0.08, depths at 35%, frequencies at 487, feeds at 30. Sounds like this. Adding cool effect, we add a filter, and guess what we add? Another formant, but this time formant number 2. We're going to get formant number 2. We're going to put the cutoff on 31 Hertz, resonance at 52%. Drive is at 36%. Off, on. We're going to get a compressor, start making it loud, turn on multiband, turn up the gain to 13.2, and leave everything the same. Nice. Now you have a nice basis of a sound. If we listen to it in context, then you'll be able to hear it with the drums as well. Now, if we open up this MIDI clip, you can see that we're playing an F0 and then an E0. The sub is going to be D0 going down to C0. So our root note is D. So we start the sub at D, then we go down to a lower bass note at C, but our main bass is going to be playing the F and the E. And I chose these because they're using a half step relationship, which makes it like a darker feeling when it goes from one to another. And the D is right here, so we're just a little bit up the scale on our second and third notes. So then we'll go back to this and we'll start adding some post-processing and we'll start getting down. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Basically, first thing we're going to do is add an amp to this. We're going to add distortion and also some volume. So before, after. This is an amazing effect I use all the time. This time I chose the rock setting. I turned down the middle to 3.89. I turned down the treble all the way so we don't hear as much highs. I added an overdrive to add more distortion. The cutoff here is at 597 Hertz. Q's at 6.34. Then I added this easy loud rack, which is just a glue compressor, like this setting, saturator, 3 decibels, and an OTT set up on these settings. That is a quick loud rack that I added to this. So the distortion and loud rack, it sounds like this. Then we add some reverb. I get the drip verb number 2. Look at these settings, copy them if you want. 29%, decay times at 1.68 seconds. Now it's really loud and reverby, but we need to start cleaning it up. So we get the EQ, cut off these lows, cut off some of these mids, cut off some of these highs, cut off some of these super highs. And we start to clean it up. And then we start to make it loud again. We add some drip TT multi-band compression. Make it super loud. And then basically this drip volume at the end is just going to turn it down to -3 so that we can fit it into the mix. Sick. Okay, cool. So now we have our main bass patch. But we also need this sub. That's the whole other part. So this sub is 3 layers. First layer is this sub layer down here. And it's the same exact sub that I used for the akvma sub bass. You can look in the description for that tutorial. This is how the sub looks. It's very simple. Just kidding. It's the loudest, best sub I've made so far. And it's the one that I recommend you use. This is for the lows, the actual sub. Then we add another layer, which is like the highs. So I made a sub, but then I distorted it. All these harmonics you see in the Dripment clean sub I added. We added some overdrive and a pedal to add distortion. We then cut out all the lows because we just want to hear the highs for this layer. Then we add another saturator to turn it up and distort it just a tiny little bit. So Dripment clean sub, this is just the operator. You can copy all these settings here. JST clip, just clipping it at 0, adding a little bit of volume as well. This is just metering, don't need those. Third and last layer is this saw bass. So this is just adding just more mids. This is just a Serum initial saw with the sub and no effects. A little bit of saturation, and this EQ, of course, from 100 to 1000. So when we combine these, we have a full sounding sub. And then to make sure that our mono is good, on the group I add a bass mono utility so that we're basically making all the frequencies under 120 Hertz mono to finish it off. Woo! And all these growls and basses that you hear up here, I've made in my previous videos, so please watch my previous videos if you haven't already, so you can make these growls and like these machine guns. You can make all those or just get them in my Patreon like I said before. But before we leave, I want to get into one more thing, and I just want you guys to see how Hesh is making his intros. The reason why Hesh is so cool and dope is because he adds a lot of trap and like dirty grime, SoundCloud rap, Suicide Boys type 808s type feeling. So listen here. So lots of hi-hats, lots of 808s. And if you hear, we're listening to a clap on the 3. Clap. And then when we get over here, he changes the beat and changes the 3 and adds a snare instead of a clap. Ooh, so yeah. That's basically some cool Hesh tricks that you can try so you can start making music like him. It's amazing. This project also has all the markers set up, and you can look at how we made the song and how we can recreate it together. But that's it. That's how we get down today, how to make it like Hesh. If you guys like this, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you want more, and I will be back soon. Have a great day, guys. Peace out. Stay fresh. Later.